If you click to watch this video, you probably are looking for an easy and detailed way to create a thumbnail without stress. Now, we're not going to waste any time. Today, I'm going to be teaching and taking you through how to create a simple, easy yet effective thumbnail from the comfort of your phone. I'm also going to be giving you like three practical examples to use to guide you to creating the thumbnail that is guaranteed to get you that click through rate. So if that's something you're interested in, you might want to keep on watching. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Success, the Success Cutter, and if this is my first time on your screen, please don't make it your last. I create content centered around lifestyle, fashion, and how-to videos that would help you achieve what you want to achieve. So let's just get right into the video. Today, I'll be taking you guys through the course of how to create a very simple thumbnail. Now, before we start, because we're going to start in a few minutes, I just want to get that out of the way. So this video is very practical, so I don't want to stall how to create it. We're going to get into the practicals of it all in a second. But I just really wanted to talk about the effectiveness of what a thumbnail can do for your video. I personally think thumbnail is very important, and it can literally help people to discover you and discover your video, because ultimately that's the first thing people see when they want to click on your video. Now, you're not the only user of YouTube. There are millions of users that are using YouTube daily, per the seconds, per the minute. So what makes you stand out? What would make people want to click on your video, especially if you're like a smaller creator? I would always advise you to pay attention to your thumbnail, because that is what people are first going to see before they determine whether or not they want to watch your video or not. It's very important that you get your thumbnail to be correct, especially if you're like a smaller creator that is just beginning. No one knows you. So how do you grab that attention? By creating the best of the best thumbnails. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, we're going to move on to the experimental part of it, when I'll be showing you 3 ways that you can create your thumbnail easy. And the app we're going to be using today is Canva. Ain't nobody got time to be using complicated apps, like even apps that you have to pay for. No, over here we do the freebies and we get qualities for our free work. So without further ado, let's get right into the practicals. Guys, it's voiceover success here, and let's just get right into it. Now, before you make your thumbnail, it is very important and it's very imperative that you research and see what other creators are doing. Now I'm searching for it. It's has come to my attention that these kind of thumbnails are very simple, and it probably has a bunch of other pictures that accompanies it. Now, on to the next thing is to try and take the pictures for our thumbnail. Other creators and some might use like the screen grab method, but for me, I just prefer taking my pictures. Just make a couple and a bunch of poses, and just kind of edit that and see what lands. And it's very important that you probably make faces that will align to what you're talking about in the video. Like this one, I'm showing you how to make a thumbnail. It's kind of like I'm trying to make like a very excited face and what have you. Then after we're done with that, it's time to make the thumbnail proper, and I need you to go to your gallery and probably check the pictures you end up selecting by the time you're done. Then head over to Canva and look for where it says YouTube thumbnail, because that's what we'll be using today. Then we want to go to where it says create blank, because we want to start from scratch. Now, I know that Canva probably offers you a bunch of options to use, but I like to start from scratch when it comes to things like this. So what we want to do is we want to go and search for a picture that we can use as our background. I personally like taking my background pictures with my phone. Like I said, just take a random picture that you think is going to go well with your background, and when you're done, you want to kind of remove the background from the picture you selected. And by doing this, what you want to do is you just hold down your picture. When you hold down your picture, you see the copy option, you click on that, and that will automatically, just remove the background from your picture. Come back to the app, and what you want to do is to paste that same picture onto your app, and voila, just like magic, it will appear all background gone. And you don't even need to pay for this, because I heard you had to pay for this on Canva, but this is just like a hack that I found, and has been helpful to me. And yeah, I'm glad that we've gotten that out of the way. Up next, we want to try and bring up this box-like shapes, because when I was doing my research, I saw that they were using these box-like things to put the text into them, because for some reason it just made everything like bolder and better, and that's what we want to achieve. So guess what, we're doing that. We're gonna do that. So I'm just literally arranging the box to kind of fit what the letter is going to look like when I have put them inside the boxes, and I'm just arranging them, because everything has to be straight. If you know one thing about me, you know that everything has to be aesthetically pleasing. So I'm just literally arranging the boxes to that effect, so nothing is too out of place and everything can look pleasing to the eye, so people can actually want to click it when they see it. Next up, we go over to the text option, because we want to obviously write our text. So what we want to do is to add a text box, and once we do that, you can just increase the size of that and literally just change the text to what you want to change it to. When you have done that, it's very easy to just duplicate it and change the font. I personally like to use this popping extra bold font, because it's just bold, and whether or not like the thumbnail is on a big screen or a small screen, you can literally see what the thumbnail is about. I'm duplicating this right now, and I'm just writing other letters that are kind of what I want. And you notice I make this, oh my god, you notice I made this box kind of bigger because the thumbnail letter is kind of bigger. So that's what I was doing when I was saying I was trying to be aesthetically pleasing, because I don't want anything to look off. So that's just what I'm doing. I'm just trying to arrange the letters and just get you ready for the next phase. So what are we going to do next? The next thing that we want to do is we literally want to change the color of our boxes. I personally like bright colors. I'm all about the colors. I just want everything to look really sharp and really bright, so I'm all about the colors. So I'm literally just changing the boxes to kind of match different colors. I'm going to be adding in the Canva logo real soon, and part of that logo is like bluish and purpley. So I'm just trying to play around with colors so everything won't be boring. I'm changing up the text to be white, because that black wasn't going to pop on this colors. So I'm just changing that. Also, I'm trying to put the focus on this thumbnail. I'm just trying to put the focus on this thumbnail. So what I want to do is I'm trying to shadow the effects and create that shadowy effect, so that everything can literally look slay, because that's what we are about. Up next, what do I want to do? I want to obviously put my Canva logo, because that is the app that we're basically going to be using today. I just search over at the elements bar and I get my logo. It brought out a variety, but I think this one is the one I want to use. I'm just resizing that to look cute, look good, because everything has to be in place, and I'm trying to make it look like the ball is coming out of my hands for some reason. Like I said again, everything has to fall in place. So I'm just trying to get that as cute as possible, and just just shift that and make it as cute as possible. Up next, I want to put my YouTube logo. Now, I personally just like putting that YouTube logo in my thumbnail, because it just looks good. Plus the vibrancy on the red, it just looks good and pleasing to the eye. And also to remind you guys to subscribe. It helps me a lot. So if you are at this point and you haven't still subscribed to me, please go subscribe to me. It helps me a lot. And I'm just searching for the subscribe, so you guys can actually see you have to subscribe. So I just like putting this here because like I said earlier, it looks really nice. I'm just all for it, and it literally just fills up the space so that the place doesn't feel empty. Up next, I'm trying to highlight my picture. So what I want to do is to go to the shadow option, then go to the glow feature, and here I want to put the size up to 11. Yes, then I want to put the transparency up to 100. Then I want to just leave the blow at 5. Then I want to change up the color to white, and what this does is that it just adds a level of depth to the picture, so it doesn't look lackluster, or it doesn't look like it's just dead in the background. Yeah. So up next, like I did in my research, I noticed that these creators, the top creators, they were using like 3 samples of thumbnails they have previously prepared or done. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm just literally getting this together and trying to arrange them in a way that it doesn't look like it's too rigid. I'm just trying to just put everything in place so they look nice, they look cute, and one thing about me, I'm going to try and make everything look aesthetically pleasing, and you should too, because that is the first thing that people would definitely be looking at when your video comes up. So I'm just trying to get this done. I'm just trying to once again arrange it. I mean, look at the works I have previously done to look good. Just try and arrange this, because why not? I mean, why not? So now that we're done doing that, up next, I just want to, sort of like create like a text, an additional text that kind of, further specify what the video is about. So for me, I like to put like another text apart from the title text to further explain what the video is going to be about. Like you can see here, I'm putting step by step, and that means I'm going to be taking you guys step by step throughout the entire video, and this just gives you another level of confidence that he's going to walk us through, and it's not just going to be like a choppy type tutorial. So yes, I'm setting that up as black because it reads more legible to that. And yeah, I think we're almost done. The next thing I wanted to do was just add a pop of color and something just really camp, and so I added this yellow bulb. I mean, it's just to be like thumbnail tutorial, like, oh my god, yes, a light bulb. So I just literally wanted to add that on there to just create that extra animated effect, and I just really feel like that yellow contrasts well against that purple color. So I'm just trying to adjust it, and yeah, it's looking good, it's looking amazing. Then we're done, and we're just hitting download and waiting for it to download. It should not be long now. Then it's properly downloaded, and there we have our thumbnail. Let's see how that's looking in the regular gallery, and yeah, looks amazing. Now for vlogs and vlog thumbnails, it's quite easy to do. All you need to do is to once again click on the create thumbnail icon, and then it's going to give you a variety of options, but I already am used to using this particular one here, and what I need to do is just to replace the pictures that are here with like few random pictures of the activities that are going to be included in the vlog. So what you want to do is to just pick out the pictures that you want to use and literally just put them onto the template that you have received. Now if the picture looks small and not proportionate like this, what you want to do is to probably just resize them and fit them into looking more fuller and centered, and just add them back. Now you see how this has turned as opposed to that. Then what we want to work on now is titling the name of the vlog. I do a vlog called Lagos Living. So that is exactly what I am doing now. I'm just changing the name of that text to like Lagos Living because that's the name of the vlog I usually do. So what we want to do, I'm changing the font now. You can change the font to whatever you like, but personally I like to use this Edo, and yeah, I'm just trying to resize it, and what I'm doing is just to make everything centered because I'm a sucker for being centered and aesthetic in general. Up next, I change up the color of it, and I change up how it should be because it looks kind of bland. So I'm just trying to create that shadowy effect to kind of just make everything look good and look fierce, to be honest. Centering the Lagos Living one more time, and I am all about adding context to my vlog. So what I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to add a text that simply defines what its picture is talking about. Like the one to my right is definitely looking like a beach. I just want to add, what, I did a beach day, so I just literally want to draw you in on that fact. So yeah, I'm just trying to resize it and trying to just get it to the right fit and move it to where it's supposed to be. I kind of duplicate that and type out another activity that I did, which was having a donut date. So now I'm just literally changing up the text to look right, and I'm typing in my donut date because that's one of the activities that I did in this vlog, and you always want to impute things that you actually did in the vlog. So that is exactly what I'm trying to do. Done that, so I'm focusing on resizing that and placing that where it's supposed to be. Oopsie, it looks kind of like washed out, so I'm thinking about changing up the color of that. So let's maybe do black for that because it will just add more contrast and more depth to what that is about. Now I think we're done and we're ready to download, so let's just wait for it to download. And yeah, I think it has fully downloaded now, so I'm sure it's looking amazing. Let's check out how it looks in the gallery. Alright guys, we have come to the end of today's video. In today's video, I showed you guys how to make a simple yet effective thumbnail that is guaranteed to get you the click rate that you so desire. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up. It helps me a lot. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Meanwhile, watch my vlogs. Bye guys.